Good evening, Facebook Live, hashtag SCOUSE Megaphone Man. Follow me on Twitter at @OneMistyBones. This is the Centre of Forced Adoption. This is a channel based around children. I'm going to give you a big shout to everybody that's been liking and sharing my posts and getting me out there, because I am a man of the people. I'm about change for children, showing government real child protection, and showing government also that children's services is not for profit like they say. So I'm going to make them do that. But, so a big shout going out to everybody that's been liking and sharing me and logged on tonight. Fantastic what everybody's been doing in the States for me. So a big shout going out to everybody in the United States. And again, thanks a lot for the people in the States that are sending me new stuff for music to choose from and everything else. And I'm getting quite popular in the States in the music industry for some reason. So that's a good thing, because I'm going to do a film on the back of my story to raise more money for children. And I'm also going to do a book called Misty, A Bridge Too Far. And yeah, it's going to be hard hitting at the government, because that's what this is all about, forced adoption. I can prove that my local council, Thurrock Council, perjured themselves and stole my child. They went back to court and defended their perjury and tried to adopt my child, and it didn't work, you know. So really, in theory, what the council have done, Thurrock Council in Essex, have doubled up on their perjury. I've had an update from the legal team and the agent on how it's going regarding court. The council have asked for another 28 days. So, fellow council, you could quite happily, I'll quite happily give you another 28 days, because I've got some more preparation to do. Because I'm telling you, fellow council, I'm going to come at you with a threshold statement, and I'm taking you to the family court, and I'm going to seek to remove all your looked after children, fellow council. So, I hope you're ready for it, and I hope you're saving all your money, fellow council, you know. So, thanks for everyone logging on tonight. Yeah, Grenfell, you know, still no movements on that, you know. They are literally, the governments are literally going to cover it up, because their plan on Grenfell now is to get scaffold and erect scaffold and put sheeting up, so monoflex up so you can't see the tower. So they're literally, before the people's eyes, are going to cover it up. So that says a lot, you know. So I just thought I'd touch on Grenfell Tower there. It doesn't help that people are doing Facebook Lives regarding Grenfell Tower, and they're talking absolute rubbish. To be sitting there saying that the government set fire to Grenfell Tower, that's just inciting hatred and everything else. That is a form of terrorism. So I'll refrain from saying stuff like that, you know. But there is people doing lives and have got them out on YouTube stating the fact that the government set fire to Grenfell Tower. It's shocking. So you don't really want to be listening to these people. A child was fined £150, all you people, all you Facebook people. A child was fined £150 for selling 50p cups of drink to festival goers. Now, this council's Tower Hamlets. They fined this girl £150. You know, this was educational for this child, you know, and their Tower Hamlets are there fining her for £150. But I have got to say that Tower Hamlets have said sorry, and they have cancelled the fine. But again, I'd just like to get it out there because, like, children need to be heard in this country, and they're not. You know, back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, it was a paedophile haven, this UK, because all these child inquiries regarding boarding schools, even boarding school I went to, Lower Leigh School, child abuse. If you Google that, you will see. You know, it was a paedophile haven. It was all going on. You know, and that's why you've got inquiries going on up and down the country. You know, dating back years. It's just a shame that these inquiries fall through. I mean, I've put myself through for the Rotherham inquiry, the Poppy Worthington, the Grenfell Tower. I've put myself in for loads of inquiries because I'll smack the arse of the local council and wipe the floor with the legal team. So I know how these inquiries should be run and done. And it doesn't take years to do these inquiries. This is just it. It's professional avoidance what makes it cost and take so long. And it should be a criminal offence within public office. So criminal, there should be avoidance, you know, of an inquiry. You should have all your assets frozen. They're quick enough to draw their wages and all these MPs, you know what I mean? Going to give a few shouts out. Thanks, Kaz, for joining us. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. You know it is. Thanks a lot, Kaz, for joining us. Stevie, sorry I've not been on lately, Uncle Jack. Been super busy. I've got hope little ones are okay. The kids are thriving, Stevie. The kids are not here tonight because they might hear me swearing, so that's a godsend. But thanks again, Stevie, for logging on. We're making waves, Stevie. I don't know if you've seen my last video, but I think you'd like the riot act, Stevie, if you have a look at my videos. If you go onto my Facebook videos and have a look at the riot act, I think that'll impress you and your boys, telling the crowd just how it is. So thanks a lot, Stevie. Amanda, evening. Hope you're okay. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks for logging on, Biscuit. Rob Wyatt, hello, mate. Regular. Good friend of mine, Rob. Close to my heart. Known him over 20 years. Rob Wyatt. So thanks a lot, mate, for joining us again. Hannah Dodd has joined. Thanks a lot, Hannah. You're part of my work engine, Hannah. I'll see you as well as quite a few others. Kate Tippin and a few others, Georgie and all the rest of it in Ireland. Thanks a lot, man. I can't thank you enough what you've been doing for me. 44 shares is better than a smack in the mouth. And again, thanks a lot for everybody that's done that. My feet are firmly on the ground. I'm not a flash guy, you know. I've got a nice car, I've got a nice home. I'm not a flash guy, you know. I'm not about look at my trainers, look at my gold and look at my watch. I like to blend in. So this is about therapy. More therapy as a failed looked after child to make change for all you people. And I'm going to do what I'll say because I am a doer. It's shocking, these MPs, are they quick enough? Yeah, they're quick enough to draw their 75 grand plus wages. Yeah, and they don't bone communities. I mean, you have all these schools that have just broken up for 6-week school break. And none of the MPs went to them festivals or went to, you know what I mean, to try and bomb the community a little bit more and get it all in good spirit for when the 6 weeks, everybody goes for the 6 weeks. The MPs, they're not in touch, you know. Even your local councillors in your area, they don't even knock on doors throughout the year to warrant their money that they draw from the council pairs. They don't even knock on the doors to listen to your concerns. You, the people, you're the person that put him there. You know, they are purely human shields for the council and nothing else but. For a council who aren't taken to the going to be taken to the cleaners, they need another 28 days, and we'll give them another 28 days quite happily. Thanks a lot for my legal team, and thanks a lot for my agent for being there for me. And again, thanks a lot for my legal team's PA, done a great job, and it was hard for her to listen to, and I understand that, BTMK. So big shout going out for the PA with Alan Bacon. Birmingham, Lakeside Children's Centres. I'd like to give a big shout out to Lakeside Children's Centres over in Birmingham, because the government have cut all their funding. Now, I don't know what's going on in Birmingham and all that, but there's an MP, Jack Drowney, from Iddington, who's given a big shout out for the Lakeside Centres. As I watched Parliament religiously, I noticed it, you know, and I jotted it down, and I thought, you know what, he's a nice guy. So I'll take my hat off to him, you know, for raising that point in Parliament for the children, giving the children a voice, an MP that actually does that. Maybe it's because his name's Jack, I don't know. But big shout going out for you, Jack Droney, and you, Jacob Rees-Mogg. Got a lot of respect for you, mate. And I've said it over a year ago on my Twitter that Jacob Rees-Mogg is going to become the MP of the UK, and I do believe that. I can't understand I haven't been contacted by the Justice Secretary regarding my videos. They're not a concern to the government. Maybe I am a turn of the seas for the people, because, mate, they're nicking your pound left, right and centre. The police are squeezed like that. And you know, all these councils screaming onto the police pisses me off. Why haven't you done this? Why aren't you doing that? Why haven't you preventing this? Let me tell all you councils, why don't you give the police a bit more money? And you government, DCLG or whoever does it, you know? Why can't we be giving the police 300 million, you know, to do a thorough job? Because I'm telling you, thorough for paedophiles is unbelievable. You know, paedophiles in the UK and all over this world, nobody wants to live next to one. Nobody wants to talk to one. Why can't we? All you leaders in the world, Donald Trump, Donald, what do you think of my aspiration for children regarding child paedophilia and child sex killers? Mate, all you leaders in this world that see my videos, you just listen. Why can't we put drugs in these paedophiles and child killers to cure human diseases? Because once you take a child's right, you ain't got no right. And if you do it once, you'll do it again. And the police are sick and tired of spending all their budget protecting these people. New identities. People have failed children. Well, what is, Theresa May, what is around in your head? I don't get it. You're burning money you don't need to burn. So, these MPs, mate, they need to live it. They need to live it. You know, I follow Dave Whitchat. Big shout going out to you, mate. I just watched your Juicer live video, so I like you, Dave. And there's a few other people that I like on Facebook who do lives. And mate, we are the face of the community who talk sense. We should get together to do a united party and take these fuckers on. You know, it's our country, they're our children, and they're our laws. You know, and I'll look at these people and I think, you know, I think I might be a libertarian. I don't know, you know, because I'm nothing ism. I'm not into all that. Do you know what I mean? So there needs to be, we need to turn the government over legally by gaining loads of votes. The people, you know, it's our money. Council tax, TV licence, licences for this, parking fines, car tax, fuel tax. Greedy fuckers. And you people suffering. All the bad practice social services do. It's putting a strain on the NHS and the police. Can't you see that, Theresa May? Your local government said my missus was deluded. Now, Theresa May, you've got degrees. You're a very intelligent lady. Right? You're meant to be for the book. Where are you? You're Theresa May. You took oaths to the country, to the Queen, to the heirs and successors. I can prove your local council perjured themselves and stole my child, Theresa May. And everybody around the world is watching this because I can prove it. They went back to court to defend their perjury. And I'm about forced adoption. I'm a failed, looked after child, Theresa May. Where do I turn? Who do I go to? I haven't got a mum and dad I can turn to. Theresa May. I'm going to use this as a lever bar for looked after children. Children within the establishment. 40% getting kicked out of the care system failed. But you government are stealing children or protecting children on Section 20s and over sections, and you're failing the kids. You're failing the kids. 40% are coming out of care, failed, fucked up in the head. And when they go to the young offenders institution where they're making money, where they've committed crime, they're turning the economy. You've got the prison officers beating them up. Mugs, mate. Hot. Rob Davis, big shout going out to you. The whole system is rigged and rotten to the core. And it is, Mark, and that's why I'm here. You know, I'm about children. You know, I've been a failed, looked after child, and these fuckers battered the granny out of me from the age of 6 up to the age of 12. All forms of abuse. And I'll come back and I find out it's true that my social worker, when I was a child, stole my child and said I was a terrorist. Fucked up, mate. Now I'm a terrorist. On oath. So Theresa May, what's going on? You know? Does the law apply to me? You know? If I went round to the social worker's house and I took her children, how could you have the fucking audacity to hold me to account? I'm not going to do that. I've got no intentions of doing that. I'm just stating a point. It's fucking ruthless. Now, who's watching the Watchmen? Who's watching all these MPs then? Whose job's that? Is it the Queen? William, Harry? You've got children. What do you think, the royals? Tell me what you think. It is barbaric. I've not grieved. William and Harry, I've not grieved from being a failed, looked after child. I've had my child stolen. I've had my son failed. I'm being all ignored by government. William and Harry, what are you going to do? Are you going to move this way and give me a voice? I've been doing this for 5 years. I am thrust passion about change for children and social services. All around the world. It is a bleeding joke. Where are all the children going? Where are all the children? Who's profiting? Great big adoption agencies? Pisses me off. So again, I asked the royals, what are you going to do about Theresa May ignoring taking oath to her position? Because I'm telling you, I can prove local government perjured themselves and stole my child. So, what does the Queen think of this? Prince Charles, what do you think of this? It's ruthless. And there's families in your country crying their eyes out daily for their children that have wrongfully been taken. And they're the people I shout for, part of my work engine, to get me out there. Because we've held our tempers, government. Me and my work engine on forced adoption have held our tempers. Now, we should be granted a voice for that. Are we going to get one? The suffragettes, they committed crimes. Other people commit crimes. I've not done that. Hashtag SCOUSE Megaphone Man has not done that. I want to grieve, government. Please, I am human. Big shout going out to Alan Andrews and everybody on the bins in Thurrock. Great job you do around my area. Thanks for emptying my bin. So big shout going out to you, Alan Andrews, and all the boys. You don't get paid enough, you boys, on the bins. Daniel Fowl, hey. Alright, Dan, thanks for joining us. Kay Tippin joined. Love my art. Thank you, Kay, for joining us. Thanks for all the work you do. Great part of my work engine, Kay, you are. Mark Davis, keep at it and hit them hard. Mate, I'm going to smash him for change. I'm not going to break the system. I want to change it. Because we're sick of being fucking walking wallets and ants to the Queen. We are sick of it. You know? And to be threatening me, buy a TV licence or we're going to put you in jail and we'll nick you. That's fucking ruthless, mate. Why am I on the TV? I must be saying some truths. This is number 10. Number 10. Over 5 years on a megaphone in the streets, shouting for me and my work engine on forced adoption and children not seeing their fathers and mothers. I want a grave government, and I want to give my work engine a voice. You know, I want their cases looked into. I'm not fucking leaving it. Thanks a lot, you guys, Mark, Allen, Daniel, Kay Tippin and Mark Davis. We need to share the fuck out of this because the government are taking the piss, mate. They're taking the piss right across the fucking board. And I don't care, you know. If you, like Roy Chubby Brown says, if you're fucking easily offended, fucking stay away. You know, it's wrong, man, what they're doing to us. Do you know what I mean? They're squeezing us every which way but loose. You know, and if the government just came and spoke to me, I could save them fucking millions because I've lived it. You know, I'm better than any of them, these MPs, because I have lived it. You know, I've been at the fucking wrong end of their stick, mate, and they broke the law and they still couldn't beat me. Fucking tosspots, mate, and I'm going to say it because I'm angry and frustrated for change. You know, I am passion for change. You know, it's ruthless. Men going to work. You know, 5 o'clock in the morning, in them winters, to pay tax, to keep their family's head above water. What, to have 20 quid in his pocket? Yeah, mate, he feels like he's done a good week, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? And if you sit there and you go, oh yeah, well what we'll do is we'll save on cost, we'll cancel car insurance and we'll get the train into London to save on cost. We fucking ramp the prices up. Do you know what I mean? Ramp the prices up on fags and booze. Do you know what I mean? If the government just used their head and they hit them booze drinkers on the street, you know what I mean? You pay for that ambulance, you pay for that nurse, you pay for that fucking bed, you pay for that copper, now you won't booze drink. You know what I mean? Instead of stinging the working man, it's fucking ruthless how the government behave. Shocking, mate. Retiring is all with the same brush. Government, what are you going to do when the people say, fuck you, we're not going to work? What are you going to do? Because your economy, it's not about money, government. It's about comfortability for your people. Your Queen, government, want your people to be happy and relaxed and love life. Love it, embrace it. Oh, look. No. The human species, oh, my bills. Oh, I'm going to get cut off electric. I've only got 50p left. It's fucking ruthless. Nurses using food banks. Government, you got your fucking head up your arse. The fire service and the police, number 1. The NHS, number 2, and then children's services. What's up with you? You're all about your fucking selves, mate. And it's about time the people started waking up. Waking up, you know. Children are our future. We are all playing the same game and no fucker can cheat. Why be greedy? I'm a man of the people. Follow me, get me out there. At One Misty Bones on Twitter. See me hammer my establishment. All you people in the States love me because you know I talk sense, you know. And obviously I'm telling the truth because no one comes to see me. No one shuts me up. You know, I have a chief executive at the council coming off me a sweetener to be quiet. Fucking jog on, mate. Let's go call. You know, let's deal with it properly. You know. Because the anger that goes through you, and I'm going to speak for my work engine now, the anger that goes through you when your child is forcibly taken off you by a social worker. I was in court and the barrister told me to have a quick cuddle of the baby, Misty, and hand it to the social worker. And do you know what I did? I handed it to my missus. And my missus had their final cuddle and passed it and gave it to the barrister. And we let the barrister give the social worker the baby. We weren't doing it. We showed no emotion until we got in the car. It fucked us up. It fucked us up. And that's why I fight for fucking change. I'm a failed looked after child. I was targeted by my local government who broke the law and still couldn't fucking beat me. Now I want justice. Now I want my work engine to have that voice. I'm going to follow it through. I'm not having it, and I'm not going to be silenced over it. Get me out there in the States. Donald, please. You know, please. I don't know where to turn, mate. I can't go and use my voluntary services for a bit of counselling. I can't do that. They use it against me. Boom, I'll go back in there. Not doing it. Therapy is what I'm about. Change. Making change for children. That's the only fucking therapy I won't be able to take. Big shout going out to everybody that gets me out there. At One Misty Bones, follow me on Twitter, hammer the establishment, as in UK Parliament, who choose to turn their backs on it. Now, I put it against the royal family. Look at the way your government are running this country. I am passionate about this country. I love my country. At the same time, I'm human. I'm here meant to enjoy life. You know? Not knock from pillar to post and have me pocket. You know? Siphoned. So I'd like to know what the royal family think of my situation, because it stinks, mate. It actually stinks. I've got a big shout going out to the policemen who are my friends. There's a few policemen I know, you know, and a big shout going out to you guys that's contacted me. Thanks a lot, you know. I don't break the law, and I'm not going to break the law, you know. At the same time, I'm full of passion. I might swear, I might. But come on, you know, look what I've been through, you know. You must be able to see the passion in me for change, for the people, you know. All you people living in flats paying for a TV licence. You're all using the same transmitter. I'd make every single one of you go off on a TV licence. And I would bill all them hotels independently, each room, TV licence. That's what I'd do. A fucking great job, Donald. Because we're sick of it. The people are sick of it. We're sick of being smacked from pillar to post. And when we phone up the local councils, we're messed about on switchboards. We're not taken seriously. Data protection's broken left, right and centre. Shambles, mate. Who's watching the Watchmen, the royal family, on your parliament? Who is watching the Watchmen? I have a look on the internet, and I've got to go back on the Grenfell Tower government. Why haven't these kids been offered counselling? Now, these kids are going into their nurseries and all that, making up little tents. Oh yeah, you can be the dead body, you can be the dead body, oh, you lie down there. This is what's going on with the children from the Grenfell Tower. Ruthless, and I'm angry about it. Screaming out a little rip in the sheet. Help, help! This is kids reenacting what they've seen. It's fucking unbelievable. And the government want to literally cover this Grenfell Tower up before our eyes. They want to spend hundreds of thousands on scaffold. I'm a scaffolder. Oh no. I am a price scaffolder. That is why I am good. Now, it costs hundreds of thousands to put scaffold up there, mate. And to keep it maintained, adaptions and everything else, monoflex that, right? Absolute ruthless. They're going to cover it up, literally before the people's eyes, and spend thousands upon thousands doing so. Why can't we give the kids counselling? Why can't we do that? These are victims and survivors, man, and look at the way they're being treated. It just goes to show that they're only in it for themselves. It's too much for them to sort out because they're not at street level. That is the problem. Avoidance. by professionals should be a criminal offence. Public office. Freeze their assets. Get me out there. Follow me on YouTube. Hashtag Scouts Megaphone Man. At One Misty Barnes. I'm a man of the people. Forced adoption. MP Jackie Doyle-Price. You know, Thurrock chooses to turn her back. Ignore what she's there for. They all take fucking oath to the country. So, again, I put the point forward. I'm not going to do it. It's a quote. If I went round and took the social worker's child, you can't have the audacity, government, to hold me to account. Unquote. Now, I'm not going to do it. How can the pot call kettle fucking black? It's always been one rule for you and one rule for me, hasn't it, government? Hey, how was it like to know I'm fucking smacking you all over the place before we even got caught? It's that serious, all you people, market situation. Well, council's legal team have gone to their insurers. Their insurers have gone to their legal team. It's that fucking serious. And the government don't want to put me on telly and air it all out. Don't want to do it, mate. Don't want to do it. We need some influential people on board. That's what we need. Because we're sick of it. You know, Britain should be such a fantastic place. We are a multicultural society. Fantastic. I love it. You commit a criminal offence, you're fucking going home. You know, we've got to stop this, man. The government are all about money. It should be about comfortability for the people. It's about the people. Can't stress it enough. So MP Jackie Doyle-Price is the centre of forced adoption. You know, it's fucking ruthless how she's turning her back on it, and you don't see her in my community shouting. Embarrassment, mate. Embarrassment. Theresa May, what are we going to do? She's drawing wages. She's just broke up for term time in Parliament, living it up. I hope you're saving your money, Jackie Doyle-Price, and you, Mark Coxall, because you're married. And I'm going to hold you liable for what you've done, Mark Coxall, to me, because I can prove it on emails. Lying. Telling lies, mate, on emails. And I can prove the fact. I'm going to fucking take you to court for that. Glorified wealth extractors to the electorate, MP Jackie Doyle-Price, because where are you? I'm speechless. I am. Greed, mate, greed. And do you know, let me tell all you people, and you, Theresa May, I've got an email from the MP Jackie Doyle-Price, the Centre of Forced Adoption. You know what her advice was? Sue the arses off the council. MP Jackie Doyle-Price's advice. MP. Screams on about budgets for schools. Screams on about this, that and the other. The council and the government not giving us money. And there she is, sending me emails. Sue the arses off the council. Greedy fucker. You don't care, mate. You say how it is. Glorified wealth extracted to the electorate. Where are you, Jackie? Oh yeah, I forgot. You're too busy working for Jeremy Hunt, secretary. You got a big, massive caseload like that, mate. Sitting on your desk. I'm loving it, Jackie Doyle-Price. Your workload, I am loving it. And thank you, Theresa May, for taking note in my videos and demoting her. And Liz Truss. They're both secretaries now. Yeah, where you can act inappropriately. How can you talk to anyone with mental health problems, Jackie Doyle-Price, or make decisions on hospitals? You campaigned to close my walk-in centre in Thurrock. It's double standards right through government. And there is exceptions. There is exceptions. There's far too many to name because I'm quite impressed by quite a few MPs. I look up to loads. The one that inspires me the most is Jacob Rees-Mogg and Richard Bacon. Them two people. And Mr. Skinner. So, big shout out to you guys. Thanks a lot, cuz. You just keep going what you're doing, bro. And you see you at the weekend. Thanks a lot if you come to see me, sis, because, mate, I might get a bit emotional, you know, because, sis, all you work engine, everybody out there, I've got no family. I'm one sister. One sister. I was crying for a bit of fucking help growing up. Battered at home, battered in boarding schools, off to prison, and then they come and rob me baby and say I'm a terrorist. Ruthless, mate. And everyone, government, I'm in good sound of mind after what I've gone through. I want to give a big shout out to my sister. No, I hope you do come down, sis. My kids love speaking to you on the phone. Thanks a lot. Kaz, I think we should sell red hats for charity. Well, I think we should sell red hats for charity because children don't get enough. And I think we should sell red hats to get children assessed when they come into care. That's a great idea because at the end of the day, children don't get assessed when they enter the care system. The social workers put all the problems down to the parents. That's what they do. Yeah, I mean, Jackie Doyle Price. It's shocking what you're doing. You know, you're taking the piss out of someone I quite like. He's suave. You know, Steve Metcalfe. I'll take my hat off to you and Sue Little in the Conservative Party and your side of the fence because I feel sorry for you, Steve Metcalfe. If you're watching or you're on, or you Sue Little, I feel sorry for you guys, you know, because you do fantastic work, and I'll say that, and you are for the people, you two. And I have got a lot of respect for Stephen Metcalfe, you know. I might not tell him enough because I don't meet him enough, but I do quite like him. So I hope Stephen Metcalfe does log on to my thing and listen to what I'm saying about MP Jackie Doyle Price because it's shocking. You know, the way I've been treated by the husband as well, you know, through the election, you know, I've worked my arse off to deliver leaflets for these men, you know, all around Grays Riverside. Every leaflet that went in Grays Riverside, I delivered personally myself, you know, and that was the passion I had, the thrust passion I had for change. And I'm meant to have only just got my child back at the time as well, and they took up all my time to use me. Knowing what I've gone through, they should be ashamed of themselves. And Mark Coxall's a counsellor, you know, and he turns up a couple of meetings for the fire service. He's failed the fire service, you know. These are people that fucking protect us, the police. You don't get enough. You don't get enough, you know. So the police are running around clearing up social services code of conduct and law breaking. They do. They don't want to go around people's houses. They have to act because it's an order. So I take my hats off to the police, and again, I'm sorry to the police for being a pain in the arse growing up because I've turned a corner in my life. You can't beat the fucking system, you people. You can't. But at the same time, it's our pound note, you know. It's our money. It's our land. We don't want parallel laws in this country, you know. We are a multicultural society in the UK. I love that, you know. But at the same time, ship these fuckers out if they're committing criminal offences. Stop costing our tax purse, keep you in prison. You know, it's ruthless what's going on. You know, we don't want to be going to work to keep these fuckers in our jails, paedophiles and all that. Why can't we use paedophiles and send them off to the NHS to cure children's diseases, human diseases, all over the world? Should be happening. Should be happening. Donald, what's happening? Big shout going out to everyone in the States. Big shout going out to everyone in New Zealand. Big shout going out to everyone in Australia. All you people that share me through them groups, thanks a lot. You know, I'm getting out there, and I'm happy for that. But I'm telling you now, on the back of my case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it as a lever bar for looked after children and more. I'm going to do a book. If there's any authors out there who would like to contact me, because I'd like to do a book called Misty, A Bridge Too Far. From when I was a child, because I was a failed looked after child, in a boarding school, Lower Lee boarding school, child abuse. Now, I would like to do a film and a book from Misty, A Bridge Too Far. From when I was a child, all the way up to present, campaign, everything. Fantastic true story it would be. Raised millions probably for children all around the world. From my new idea, but no one knows. So it's an aspiration I've kept to myself. Because we're fucking sick of it, mate. Children are our future, you know, and the people realise that. It's just a shame you leaders in your countries, you don't see that, you know. Don't see that, and I'm starting to believe now it's children is the heart of the economy of government. Do you know what I mean? To do misconduct in people's children is like turning the economy wheel. You're committing crime, You're making your cost assessments. You're making court cases. It's shocking what's going on. You know, there's better ways we can live our lives, man, than worry about paying bills. We don't want to worry about paying bills. We want to love and see our children grow up. You know? Big shout going out to the NHS. Big shout going out to Jackie Khan. Thanks a lot, mate, for joining us tonight. I see that it was part of my work engine as well. The justice systems protects paedophiles makes me physically sick. Mate, it makes the people physically sick because, you know, no one wants to live next door to them, and people are going to work and suffering, nurses using food banks, suffering to pay tax to keep these fuckers in jail, to protect them when they leave jail. It's shocking what's going on. And we need to put drugs in paedophiles and sex killers. You know? A big shout going out to the paedophile hunters. My heart's with you. I wish I had money so I could give you funding, somewhere to hold these fuckers, you know, while they're waiting for the police, because it's not like doing it on the street really. But at the same time, I'd like to give a big shout going out to the paedophile hunters. Thanks for the work you do for children. I'm going to say that. Take the hats off you. You're a man of my heart, you people, what you do. How you control yourselves, I don't know. I'm saying that because I've been in prison. I know what it's like. And let me tell you all you people, when a paedophile goes to prison, I'm going to tell you what happens to them. People put hot water in the jug, pour loads of sugar in it, give it a good stir, and they throw it in their face. That's what happens to paedophiles, right? That's just one incident what happens to paedophiles, right? So don't be under any illusion, any parent out there what has been suffered at the hands of a paedophile because their child's been abused, don't be under the illusion, right, that nothing happens to these people, because we are all human. As prison officers, mate. In prison, we don't agree with that. So let me rest your heart, all you people that suffer through paedophiles. They get it in prison, mate. Tina's joined, thanks a lot, Tina. Again, thanks a lot for that, Jackie, part of my work engine. Sue's joined, thanks a lot for joining us, Sue. We've got to get out there, at One Misty Barnes. Hashtag Scouts Megaphone Man on YouTube. I'll tell the government how it is. I do not hold back, because I can prove the Crown pays you the Crown and nick me kid. As in, local government, Thurrock Council. Theresa May wants to ignore it still. And an update in my case, Thurrock Council won an extra 28 days, and then I'm filing for court. So I'm going to let my work engine know when my court date is, and we can have a people's protest because we're fucking sick of it, and we want change because we are, what is it? Wait for it. Frost passion for change. Children are our future, and I give children a voice, and I'll tell you the establishment how it is. So thanks a lot, Jackie, Kaz, Tina, and Sue for logging on tonight. Please like and share this. David Thomas has joined. Thanks a lot, mate, for joining us. Sean, Sian, Louise joined. Louise. Thanks a lot, Louise, for joining us. Again, I'd like to say thank you to my missus at the side of me. She's there busy adding people and all the rest of it and passing me notes. Love the bones of that. Behind every great man there's a rock, and that's my missus. So thanks again, love. Danielle, what gets me is every time there's budget cuts, they cut the disabled, and again they do. They cut the services that are really badly needed, you know, and that's why I'm first passion for change, because I'm based around children, social services, failing, you know. I've got great ideas for rolling funds, you know. How about rolling funds, not just keep putting fucking money out of the taxpayers into a bag with holes in it, what Theresa May's doing. Oh yeah, chuck another 300 million at it, you know. That's purely going on wages, mate. Extravagant fucking wages in these councils for children's services, you know. Don't they feel guilty, you know, hitting the disabled, you know, all the voluntary services of the council, the councils. Don't all you councillors feel bad taking the wages? You MPs, if you all give £5 all you MPs, put it back into the system, 75 grand plus. It's shocking, man. It's shocking how much people are earning. It's crazy, you know. Why did we buy a fucking TV license, people? I don't even like fucking Philip Schofield. Do you know what I mean? Look at the wages he's on. Fuck off. No, man. It's not for the people. You know, the Byfield payoff. That's where the licence payees' money went. The Byfield payoff, mate. Unbelievable. I see it all in the committee rooms. Ripping people off left, right and centre. So the TV's not for the people. I don't want to pay for their wages. Why is someone presenting something on fucking TV getting £500,000? I'm fucking missing out, you know. I'm missing out here. The BBC, mate, shocking. And the government, how many trees do you knock down to fucking put your propaganda on paper? Fucking deluded, mate. Bombing the earth, drilling it, mining it, fuel, everything else. We live on the fuck up. It doesn't make sense. It's greed. Greedy, mate. That's what it is. Money, 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 money. The people need to change. We are all human and we can't cheat at the game. It's not about money, it's about comfortability. Thanks a lot, David Thomas, Sean Louise, Sam Louise, I can't pronounce that, that's the way the missus wrote it. I'm looking at white paper, bright lights in my face. Danielle, what gets me is every time there's budget cuts, they cut the disabled, and I'm going to read that again because they do cut the disabled. So thanks a lot for that, Danielle, raising cause to that fact. Debbie's joined, thanks a lot for joining us, Debbie. Please get me out there. You know, I'm hashtag SCOUSE Megaphone, man. Follow me at Twitter at @1misty. I'm on YouTube telling the crowd how it is. I'm a man of the people, you know, and we're sick of it. I have got the establishment right between the legs like that. Right, that, mate. Waiting to squeeze him tight. Tight. Like a fucking pair of mole grips. You can't get out of it, you people. Perjury is a very serious offence. Local government, town council, you know this. You know that. The street. You know this for a council. Perjury is a very serious offence. It carries up to 5 years, mate. If someone's affected by your perjury, it goes up considerably. Thanks a lot, Jackie Khan. Down with the establishment. We want to change the establishment, Jackie. That's what we do want to do, bruv. Because children are our future. They need that voice, mate. And my work engine on forced adoption, mate, they're all sitting there in the background crying their eyes out. And I'm not going to suffer it, and I'm not going to sit by and let it happen. I've been a failed looked after child, and I love my work engine to the core, mate. Because they get me out there, and they want change, because they are frost passion. You know, I will have their cases looked into. I'm going to go out my way to do that. If their cases are bad, they'll be told that in the nicest possible way. You know, because we are all human. You know, but I'm going to shout, and I don't care. I'm going to shout for my work engine. I don't care what you've done. You know, but you're getting me out there. And at the end of the day, if I find out it's because of child paedophilia, I won't be happy. I won't be happy. I'm for the real people. So thanks for that, Jackie. Thanks, Dawn, for joining us. Leonard, good year joined. Thanks a lot, Leonard. Big shout out to you and your missus and your lovely baby, Leonard. Leonard goes back in time, mate, over 10 years. Been out raving with him. He knows I'm a bit of a jack the lad. So big shout out to you and Cindy and all that lot, Phil. Carl Grant, thanks for joining us. Sheila Phillips, hi Misty. How are you, love? Sheila. I was going through the mill last week, girl. I will tell my work engine that my missus is a stupid bitch. I'm a prick. I'm fake, you know. And this is a guy called Gary Roy Hilson. You know, it's what pissed me off. And he's been putting me about saying I'm fake and my missus is a stupid bitch and all the rest of it. It's Gary Roy Hilson. So Sheila, I'm a bit pissed off by it, but again, I'm not going to let it distract me for change because I'm full passion. You know, I've got people that really admire what I'm doing, and if people like that are going to get in the way, then they're going to have problems, mate, because I won't tell no one to do anything. But at the same time, people like what I'll do. So these people, Gary Royals, you've got to take this shit on board, mate, because it ain't no fucking joke. Jackie Khan, thanks for that. Dawn, Leonard Goodyear, Carl Grant, Sheila Phillips, and Alexandra. Forced adoption, mate. I want to hear all your comments regarding social services. I mean, What do you think of social workers when they come in your house? You know, I'll tell the fucking government what you think. My work engine. You know, get your comments on there. You know, what do you think when social workers come in your house? And I'll tell the government. You know, because I'll say how it is. I'll quote what you want me to quote. Because social services do not know how to behave when they go in people's homes. Ooh, I'm not sitting down there. Ooh, no, I don't want to drink. You're supposed to be fucking bonding communities, you social services, keeping families together. Millions of pounds for doing so. Why are you not doing that? Because it's easy to tell a fucking lie, get a reaction, and make money for an assessment. £9,000 for a job for a snob on an assessment. When I'm about change, and I'm about change for children's services. Now, all these assessments through social services, mate, that won't be going into Toffee Nose's pocket if I'm in power. That'll be going, the profit of that money, taxpayers' purse, will be going back into the system for children's mental health therapy. Independently. Because the government don't give a shit, mate, about the looked after kids. They don't care, mate. Dawn making join, thanks a lot, Dawn. Jackie Khan. The Queen put May in power, not the people. TV licenses a service, one you don't require. These people that work on the BBC are getting paid hundreds of thousands of pounds, mate. I'm losing out here. Well, I'm from the work engine. The Queen, I've put it to the Queen on this Facebook Live. What do you think of your government? Are you the watchman, watching the watchman? You know what I mean? They're watching us, the Queen. Are you watching the government? Prince Philip, Harry, what do you think of this? You've got children. Put yourself in my situation. I want the Princess Harry. You know, you're the one. I want you to put yourselves in my situation because I want Harry to take William's child and pretend he's a social worker and reenact it, man. And I want you boys to see how my work engine are feeling, crying every day. Looking into the sky, wondering where their child is now. The people on my work engine that have lost children, government, they look up into the sky and they can feel their spirit of their own child. What makes them cry? They can actually feel their child's spirit as they look into the distance. The child that's been taken off them by social workers, they're never going to see again. It's inhumane. Thanks a lot for that, Jackie. Cake Eating's joined. Thanks a lot for that cake. Up in the northwest, my hometown. Mark Davis, Cash for Kids and Lion Social Servants, stealing kids to a quota, and it is to a quota because they say we've got a target. You know, why is there a fucking target? Why is there a target for adopted kids and long-term foster? I don't get it. You know, statistics, there's a target. You know, these adoption agencies, fostering agencies, big massive buildings cost millions of pounds to rent, let alone make money. So it is a worldwide problem, and it's about money. It is about money. Where's the fucking government? The government offset their gold to cash. What are you going to do, government? It's not court soon. Foreign council. Fucking country like that, mate. I'm a fair looked after child. When you get in court, government, it's going to be my time to shine. I want to listen to it being heard in court. It's going to be part of my therapy. I'm not greedy. I want change for children. Thanks a lot, Kaz. Stop swearing, bro. Sorry, darling. I shouldn't be swearing in front of you. Right, I'm sorry for everybody that's been offended tonight, and I will now stop swearing. And I'll promise you that. Watch. Professionalism. I'll show the fucking. See? I'll show the BBC. Jordan Cypher joined. Caroline Floyd's joined. I am #SCOUSE Megaphone, man. I'm based around forced adoption. Now, up and down this country, social services are failing at an alarming rate. And they haven't got enough placements to place these kids. Now, I'd like to give a big shout out to Nick Tolper. I haven't heard from her for a little while, but I think she's been sent to prison because her child was a looked after child. And he ran away from the care system and went home. We put him in prison for that. They put him in prison for that. So, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. This is a mother that loves her child, man. So Nick Tolper, where are you? You know, I'd like to know where you are. I haven't seen her yet. The last time we had the view, he was going to court. But I've got to give her a big shout, mate, because his son's now suffering now, and his mum's just been sent to prison. So, again, Nick told Hudson, if you're again, we've spoke a few times on the phone. If you're upset, phone me up, mate. You know? And again, if Nick has got a prison and she sends me a VO, I will go and see her. But again, Thorough Council, I'm going to make you raise the bar, because I'm going to court again with you soon over this child I want to take off of you. Because you're putting it up for the council for adoption, and I don't agree with your paperwork. It's a shambles, mate. You told me, Thorough Council, lessons have been learnt. Wrong baby, wrong name, wrong sex, everything, mate. Wrong council. This is to adopt my baby, along with all the Persian that went on with it. I'm a terrorist, a violent armed robber. I pump my dogs with steroids. Fucking ruthless, mate. Ruthless. Stephen Metcalf, please come my way. You know, you're Essex. I don't know where to turn, mate. You know, I've been amicable 5 years. I've been with my missus 11. I've been fighting the establishment half of my relationship. I don't know my missus as well as I should in a 10-year relationship. I should know my missus a hell of a lot better. 10 years I've been with her. 11 years. I should know my missus a hell of a lot better than I do. Good job I love what I know in my missus. That's what I can say. Hashtag Scouse Megaphone, man of the people. I'll tell the government how it is. We're fucking sick of it, mate. We're sick of it. Lorry drivers are sick of it, mate. Sweating in cabs, long periods of time to pay tax. I had to get that in about the lorry drivers. My brother's a lorry driver. Karen Bailey's joined, thanks a lot, Karen. Judith Atkin joined, Casey's joined, Jackie Khan. Money is the root of all evil. And it is. It is. And at the same time, a man and his money is easily parted. Look at the government. Everywhere they wasted it. Thanks a lot for that, Jackie. Mark Davies, the NHS and police was broken up on promise to fail, then sell them off privately. The NHS and the police should be government run. And I think the police do a fantastic job for the budget they get, and they don't get enough. And the NHS, well, I've got great ideas for the NHS, you know. My idea, right, there's 11 million children in the UK, from the age of 18, right? My idea, which half of them children, which is 6.5 million, I could raise £195 million. And that's just half of the children. And I'm about, hashtag Scouse Megaphone Man, rolling funds. That's what I'm about. So not only will I raise £195 million, that will be a rolling fund of £3,000 a day. On top of that. So government, it's a new idea, new money. You know? And with that 195 million, I'll put 95 million pound into Judge Mumby's recommendation, which he said was inhumane. Where the social services are failing. Old people, married for years and years and years, you're splitting them up and putting them in one care home and another one, getting battered. Getting battered, mate. Dying off. Broken heart. Taking all their assets, mate. Arbitrating it. Well, crazy, mate. Crazy. So the 195 million, with 95 million pound would go into keeping old people together. Because Judge Mumby's recommendation says that. Keep them together. It's inhumane to split them up. Why the fuck are social services going against the judge? But that statute. I'll take my hat off to you, Judge Mumby. I'll take my hat off to you, Judge Lynn Roberts. I'll take my hat off to you, Judge Wellard. Don't be no wrong. I love all three of you. And if anybody's got a case under them, they're not bent. And you'll get a fair crack at the whip, especially with Wallard and Judge Lynn Roberts, because they see my case Now, if they was corrupt, I wouldn't have my baby. Now, there's a lot of people running around saying, oh, Judge Wallard, Judge Wallard. Let's look at all your paperwork. Do you know what I mean? Because Judge Wallard was involved in my case. And he did me no wrong. No wrong. I think I've seen him 2 or 3 times. And he passed it on to Judge Lynn Roberts. So I've got to take my out off to them pair, man. They're good for the judicial system. And I think Judge Wallard knew who I was. Because we've met before, that's all I'm going to say. On a professional level, that is, not on a friendly level. Karen Bailey's joined, Judith Atkin, Kaylee, Jackie, Money is the root of all evil, Mark Davies. Yeah, so I think the police and the NHS, they don't get enough. You know, and I'm about rolling funds. You know, and I could raise millions of pounds, you know, for the NHS and Children's Services. Because the £195 million of my new idea, I'd put £100 million into children's NHS. I would. And if it meant giving half of that money to the nurses and the doctors, I would. Michael Mansfield, or Manfield, Michelle Manfield, thanks for joining us. Luke Worstenholm, thanks for joining us. Daniel Copeland's joined. Mark Davies, Sick Bastards, up the ripping families apart, and they do rip families apart. Now, I've got a problem, right? Now, Jeremy Kyle, right, is every day on TV, he's taking lie detector tests, right? He divides families through this. Why can't we have the social worker in my case on the Jeremy Kyle show? Why can't we have the social workers in my case, the Misty Barnes case, on the Jeremy Kyle show to take a lie detector test? Because he's taking the piss, mate. If the TV is for the people, why can't we have government? And I want you to know, Jeremy Kyle, because I'm going to share it with you on Twitter. Jeremy Kyle, why can't we have the social workers in the Misty Barnes case on the Jeremy Kyle show for the people to see? Give them a polygraph test, a lie detector test. Because it would cut it bone and dry, wouldn't it? Because if you're splitting families off for social workers to go in there, why can't we do it with the social workers when to find them a fault, Jeremy Kyle? I can prove, Jeremy Kyle, that social workers steal children. And I can show you the evidence of the fact, right, Jeremy Kyle, and then we can get the social workers on the show to prove that they've not told lies. BBC not going to do that. ITV not going to do that. It's not for the people. Stop paying for your licence. All you Jeremy Kyle fans out there, put it to him. On forced adoption. Hashtag Misty Barnes. Drop my name, SCOUSE Megaphone, mate. We want the social workers in that case on the Jeremy Kyle show. And then we'll see how it goes down, eh, government? For a council. It's good for the people. Daniel Coleman, thanks for that. Mark Davies, Sick Bastards, rip families apart, and they do. They do rip families apart because they tried to do it to me. And I'm going to shout for you people because they're fucking ruthless at it. You don't care. Inhumane. No feeling. No counselling after. And you wonder why these people are angry. And then you want to assess them after you've nicked their kids. Didn't fuck me up for a council. You broke the law and you still couldn't beat me. So I'm a voice for the people now. Thanks for that, Mark. Emma Felstead's joined. Thanks for that. Kate Tippins sharing. We need to share this. We need to share this. Now, the most views, the most shares I've had is 96. And I was jumping around the living room, you know. So we need to beat that tonight. You know, we need to beat the 96 shares. We need to get it out there. The groups that are following me in Australia, New Zealand, and in the States, big shout going out to all you people because forced adoption is a worldwide problem. And we need to share the hell out of this and try and get more than 96 shares. The last video I've done was 44 shares, I think, and the one before that was 96 shares. So we need to start getting these shares up and getting it out there because I'm getting quite popular in the States. And again, a big thank you to everybody in the States that are following me. And Donald Trump, man, we should have a chat because I think you'd like my ideas. So a big shout going out to everyone in the States. Emma Falstead, Kate Tippins, Sharon, Peter Eccleston. Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Right? It is, and I do believe I'll treat my missus like a flower. Right? I'll give her water. I'll give her a stick so she stays nice and straight for me. Yeah, and I'll turn her in the sun so she looks nice for me. That's what I'll do. You know what I mean? So I just thought I'd share that little thing with you, what I think of my missus. So thanks a lot for that, Peter. Very nice of you for putting that. Thanks a lot. Jackie Khan, government, I will not be ignored. Damn right, Jack, you won't be ignored, mate, because you're part of my work engine, and everyone who's getting me out there, I am going to take you forward with me when I expose what government have done, because I'm going to have your cases looked into. So thanks a lot for that, Jackie, and the government will not be silencing me, that's for sure. Jonathan Ritchie's joined, thanks for that. Sam Kennedy, where have you been, Sam? Thanks a lot for joining us, love you loads. Robin McGuinness, thanks for joining us. Mark Davies, Misty, why are pedo hunters given so much persecution from the police? Because what they're doing is they're stretching the budget to the police. I won't change. I mean, we should be sending these paedophiles off to the NHS and putting drugs in them to see if we can cure children's diseases. You know, cure Alzheimer's, cure AIDS, cure cancer. You know, this is what we should be doing, because when you take a right of a child, you haven't got no fucking right, mate, as far as I'm concerned. And I've been in jail and I know what it's like. I'm not telling you what I've done in prison, but I know what they get in prison, mate. So, fair stand. Where was that one? I was just, yeah, Jackie Khan, the government will not be ignored. Misty. Yeah, so I want to give a big shout going out to the paedophile hunters, because they are giving persecution from the police because they're stretching the police budgets. And if I had funding, I would give enough money for the paedophile hunters to have somewhere to take these paedophiles, to hold them, and wait for the police when they've got time at 1, 2, 3 in the morning and it's really quiet to go and speak to them. Do you know what I mean? So you can bang these paedophiles up in a holding centre somewhere where the paedophiles have them, and play them white noise, you know, because of what they've done. You know, play them children crying, play it into the fucking cell, because they've took a child's right, man. You know, the minute they walk into that cell and you're convicted and you're on prison, you know, the taxpayer would like white noise to be played into that cell of children crying, because it's fucking ruthless what they've done. So thanks a lot for that, Mark Davies. A big shout going out to the paedophile hunters. I'll take my hat off to you. I love the bones of what you do. And again, it's just a shame the police don't get no more money to bounce off the paedophile hunters who are in a way putting a light. They're helping the police. You know, they're helping the police. And at the same time, the police are not getting enough budget, man. And the police are getting the shitty end of the stick every time because of social services. They're not doing a good job, and that's what it boils down to. Social services are failing the police. At the same time, the NHS and our old people. You know, you're going to be selling your family, your mum and dad's family home, the family home everybody grew up in. The mum and dad, you've got to sell the home to get them care. It's fucking stupid. Thanks a lot for that, Mark. And a big shout going out to the paedophile hunters. Jamie, hi Jack, I'll be on live, but Kaz wants me phone to watch it on her Facebook. See you at the weekend. Yeah, I'm going to have a guest on my show next week, Sunday, to my Facebook engine. I'm going to have a guest on my show because they want to come on my show and get out there and help me, you know, because it'd be good if I had someone else on my show we could talk to. A big shout out for Danny Tubby in Thurrock. He raises awareness in paedophiles in Thurrock. So a big shout out to Danny Tubby and all his boys raising awareness on paedophiles in Thurrock. Great job they do. And they are like the paedophile hunters in a way because they don't care what they do on Facebook. I've got to laugh at him because he says how it is. He's like me. Daniel Copeland's joined, thanks. I've read that one, sorry. Big shout going out to my missus at the side of me tonight, showing me all this. So yeah, I'm going to have a guest on my Facebook Live next weekend. So that'll be a first. But again, I'll guide my guest along the way and we'll see how it goes. Katrina, the incentive should be to keep families together. That is the That is what David Cameron gave millions of pounds for, to keep families together. Now, it's about social services, should be about keeping families together. MPs and councillors bonding communities. They don't fucking do that. And we put them fuckers where they are. I'm a man of the people. At one Mr. Bones, follow me on Twitter. I'll tell them how it is. Big shout going out to Banksy, thanks a lot. The street artist. I'm going to hammer the establishment, you know. Banksy does it in his own way. And I laugh at the way he does it because he's fantastic. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm smashing the establishment in a transparent way for the people, because I won't be bought. So thanks enough for that, Katrina. We should be keeping families together, and it's shocking the way social services are failing. They're failing their own NHS and the police. Kim, if your kids got taken away, you must have done something wrong. The social worker will look at this and want to give you and your kids, won't give you and your kids back. Kim, if you've only just logged on, I can prove the Crown pays you the Crown is in local government, town council. I've proved my innocence, Kim. I've stood in a family court twice, bare naked more or less, and I won my child back. I went to court and I beat the local council again, social services, for failing my son. The same social workers will try to steal my child and say I was a terrorist, they even ignored the police. Still went to court and said I was a terrorist and tried to adopt my kid. So Kim, follow my story, girl, you know, of the same social workers who tried to steal my child and page it themselves, failed my son, left them at the hands of his mother to all forms of abuse, all the authorities making referrals about my son, and the same social workers who nicked my kid on future misconform did nothing for my son. So I've got both sides of the coin, Kim. And not only that, I am a failed looked after child, Kim. I was in a boarding school named Lower Lee Boarding School, and if you look it up on Google, the child abuse there was shocking. I'm a failed looked after child in a boarding school for 6 years. All forms of abuse. So I've had no justice for that, and then they come back and target me. Now, if it's true what I'll say it is, the social worker that stole my child, if I can prove she was my social worker when I was a child, it's a whole fucking different ballgame, government. It's a whole different ballgame. And I'm going to tell you, Kim, social workers are scared of me because of what I've done. No social worker will dare come near me. I've got 2 legal teams, a PR company and an agent. And my knowledge, the government don't know social care as good as me. They don't. They broke the law and still couldn't beat me, Kim. So you need to get me out there, girl. I'm better than the social services. And if you Google me, Kim, you'll see that Social Services Authority Council offered me a job when I beat them in court. Not only did I beat them, I wiped the bleeding floor with their legal team. So they offered me a job to train and induct their social workers after I beat them in court. So a big shout going up to you, Kim, for your remarks. Anybody that's got any negative remarks to me, let me have it, you know, because I'll say how it is, and I'm not going to offend anybody, but at the same time, I've suffered, and I'm thrust passion for change. Kaz, Kim, you need to Google him. See, they were wrongly taking his baby. He got Misty back. They tried paying him off, and they did. Mark Davis, Kim sounds like a typical troll or Nazi social worker in disguise. I'm not going to call no one a Nazi, and I'm not going to call no one anything else, but I will say how it is, and that was a quotation. And I'm going to say how it is for the people to get it out there, because social services needs to change. You know, it needs to change. There's a few people out there in my work, and you know, don't want me to get out there, and they're discrediting me. Well, they can discredit me all they want, you know. I'm happy, and it'll never change. Kim, what are you cared about? Someone else's family, you're not right in the head. What's that, cared? I'm scared. Cared. What are you cared about? Someone else's family, you're not right in the head. Kim, you don't put it on your Facebook, he will never get his kids back. Me? I've got my kids back, Kim. Keep up on the story, girl. I've got my kids, both of them. So again, Kim, thanks for joining us. You know, but please, before you put your messages, please look it up first before you start saying things, because I'm a failed looked after child, and I am thrust passion for change, Kim. So I don't know if you're Gary Roy Elston's mate, but I'll move on. I carry on regardless. So big shout going out to you, Kim. Thanks for that. Kaz, who the fuck's she? It's probably Gary Roy Elston's friend, but again, we won't waste our time live streaming people like that who wanna do that. I need the head testing. This is my therapy to make change for people. So if you think I need my head testing, then yeah, fine. Kaz, Kim, you need to Google him, see what they were wrongly taking his baby. He got Misty back. They tried paying him off. They did try paying me off, Kim. The council, what they did is try to keep me silent on the computer and try to pay me off. And I said no, because I'm a man of the people. I proved social services committed perjury and stole my child. I got my baby back. I'm shouting for justice and change. Look how many videos I've done. Governments are shitting themselves because they're off to court soon. The council in question is Thurrock Council. The MP, Jackie Dole-Price, chooses to ignore it. The Justice Secretary chooses to ignore it. So the council's got 28 days, and then we'll go into court, and then we're going to see what it's about, you know, because it needs to be done. It needs to be done, mate, because I'm about change. Thanks a lot for that, guys. Mark Davis, Kim sounds like a typical troll. I'm not going to say that. We're not here. Please don't offend anybody on our Facebook, because we need to get these people on board. That's what we need to do. I mean, I love negativity. I love it, you know, because the proof's in the pudding. What can't speak can't lie. And all these people do is make silly fools of themselves by posting stuff like that. Obviously, this person now is going to go back and look at it. So let's not offend this woman, you know, this Kim. Kim, go away and look at what's going on, you know, in the community and in society today. I'm for change. I'm for change. So let's not have no negative comments toward this Kim, please, my work engine. I don't mind a bit of negativity, and again, it's part of challenging. It's part of a debate, and that's what this is. Comments, you get your comments in, man. Get your comments in, you know. And I can take negativity. So again, please don't offend this woman. Put her right, and then leave it at that. Mark Davies, Kim, you're not right in the head for caring about forced adoption and cash for kids. Obviously, Kim might not have been through it. You know, don't never say never. It'll ever happen to you. You know, Kim, I've been with my missus 11 years. Not one bit of domestic violence, never. And the police will back me on that. Never had a call to my home. Domestic violence, never. I've got no history of violence on my criminal past, never. So I'm a man of the people for change. Mark Davies, thanks for that. Kim, you're not right in the head for caring about forced adoption and cash for kids. I don't know if Kim's experienced, or if you haven't experienced social workers coming into your home, mate, it just seems like social workers take kids from nice, loving homes. It seems that way because I see families in the street, 5, 6 kids swearing, screaming and shouting, smacking their kids, regular basis. And because I know in my local council who's a social worker, I see social workers walking around the town centre in greys, watching families, women with kids, watching them. And when women are smacking their kids, they're not zooming in on them kids, because it's not a nice family home where they're going to be coming from. So they tend to leave them kids, and these kids get these kids suffer. And that's why you've got Pelka, you know, Poppy Worthington, you know what I mean? Baby P. That's why you've got this, because social services are failing them. You know, they was on the radar. Do you know what I mean? Sharon Shoesmith, come on, we'll give you promotion. Fucking ruthless, mate. Thanks for that, Mark. Mark putting it on Facebook's exposing their corruption system, and that's what it's all about. This is Facebook 10 live at One Misty Barnes on Twitter. Hashtag SCOUSE Megaphone Man on YouTube. Facebook Live 10. I'll send every one of these live feeds to government on Twitter directly. Follow me at Misty Barnes on Twitter and see You know, I'm admired by Banksy, the street artist, because I'm transparently smacking the arse of the establishment for the people. And there's no fucking getting out of it, government. I'm sorry for swearing. There's no getting out of it, government. You know, I want justice and I want change, and I would like the social workers involved in my case to go on the Jeremy Kyle show and air it on the TV, because there's a lot of, I'm getting about now. You know, I'm getting about the globe, not just the UK, the globe. You know, and I'll give a big shout going out to all my work engines in New Zealand, Australia, and the United States. Thanks a lot. And you know, I just wish we could get it even further. So please like and share this. MPs, don't you feel embarrassed? I don't suppose you do. Drawing your wages, what you do. I'm based around Centre of Forced Adoption. Kaz, Kim, you need to shut up. Get your facts right. He got his kids back. He helps us and others. This Kim has just come on here to slay. Kim, here his kids must have been taken away for something. So you are all twisted, even that daftly talking. Right. My missus was mugged in the street round the shops locally. The social workers turned round to me and my missus and said, "Your flat is too unsafe for you to go home." So listen to me, Kim. The social workers said, "Your flat's too unsafe to go home." They prevented us from leaving the hospital when my missus had the baby, because she got mugged in the street. So that's why they came into our life, Kim. Right? So batten it. Unless you've got something constructive to say, don't say nothing at all, Kim, because up to now you've come on here and done 2 or 3 fucking comments. Piss off if you've got something to say, and go and pull other groups down. You're not part of my work engine, and none of your friends, Gary Wilson and all that lot, right? So mind your own business, don't come on my site trolling, blocker. And we'll leave it there for that. Anyone on my work engine, block this woman. Right? I'm not having it. I don't mind negative comments, and I'll accept them. But don't come in here time after time, bang, 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 bang. Right? About your comments, negativity. So social services, Kim, right, took my kids, right, and said my flat was too unsafe for me to go on because my missus got mugged in the street. I'm going to leave it there. Donut. Rock when we go offline, I'm not bothered. But again, I'll carry on regardless. MPs, how do you feel about drawing your wages? Every time you get paid, you know what I mean? That's the people's money. You ain't even serving the people. You're failing the people at Grenfell Tower. You're failing all them children up in Manchester, the child sex grooming gangs. You're failing them. You're failing families up and down the country regarding social services. I can prove the fact that your social workers committed perjury. These social workers have been going for 13 years. How many children have they stolen? Kim, how would you like it if they stole one of your own? Wouldn't like it. I've proved my innocence, got my kid back, and this is about me shouting for the people. And you've got a problem by that. You need your head testing. If you don't like it, don't watch. Why are you here? If you don't like it. It's crazy. I've never seen a horror movie in my life. Watch your brain. Watch your fucking brain, mate. The worst horror movie I've seen is The Thriller. That's it. Michael Jackson's Thriller. That's it. Big shout going on to my work engine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a night for the Facebook Live tonight. Right? I'm going to have guests on my live next week, next Sunday live. This Kim won't be part of it because I'm going to block her as soon as I go off. We don't want negativity on here. You know what I mean? She's just got to be in her bonnet for some reason, no other reason. Because I can take negative comments, and people have been negative to me in the past, and I've been nice to them, like I've been nice to Kim. You know, but at the end of the day, it's 1 negative, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I bet you I could pick holes in your life, Kim. You know what I mean? Far too much time on your hands, mate. Big shout to Mark Davies. Thanks a lot. And anybody else part of my work engine who backs me up, because I back you up. Thanks a lot for getting me out there at One Misty Barnes, and I will definitely be coming back next Sunday, Facebook Live. We'll see you all guys soon. We've got to please like and share this. You know, any demonstrations regarding children in the UK regarding forced adoption, I would like this song to be played out to give them children that voice. You know, this is the forced adoption anthem. We play this for the forced adoption. It's not our song, but we play it. These are our words. So I'm sitting here waiting for him. There you go. Smile, you people. Forced adoption. I am the centre of forced adoption, and I'm here about change. The government, they're not going to fucking listen to you, because I'm going to make the government listen. They can't gag me. No one comes to see me about my videos. Be strong, you people.
You build your barriers.
I'm going to fuck you, government.
The taller I become,
Legally.
the farther you take my rights
All
away.
my life, social services took my rights.
The faster I will run.
Forced passion, man. Forced passion. Ruining my way engine. Change.
You can deny me.
Big shout to
You
Dawn.
can decide to turn
Hats
your
off to you, Dawn. Thanks a lot. I
away.
love my work engine, and when I get up there, I'm going to take you with me.
No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong.
Not too long. So that's what we're going to do.
I know that
We're going to tell the government how it is. Forced adoption. These MPs don't want to listen. No. Stephen Metcalf, I admire you, mate. Come and speak to me. Forced adoption, the hurting. The voice. I'm never going to give up on my work engine. Forced adoption. MP Jackie Dole Price, stay underneath that stone.
The more you refuse to hear my voice,
And you find council.
the louder I will sing.
How do you feel, Fire Council? Have you got enough money for calling?
Hide behind walls of Jericho.
No, so it's now you're going to back for a council. You've got no call soon. It costs money.
Will come tumbling.
I'm going to give children a voice in the UK and all around the world.
Deny my peace and time. You squander wealth that's mine. My light
To look after all those children.
so brightly in the light.
Yeah, blind you.
'Cause there's something inside so strong.
Because they battered me from the age of 6 up until 12. They're born in school. I'm a survivor.
You're doing me wrong so wrong.
Institutional child abuse. I'm a survivor. I've still got my head screwed on.
Something inside.
I'm a fortunate one. I'm not addicted to drugs. I'm not in prison for the rest of my life. I'm not dead. I'm a survivor. Forced adoption, centre of it.
When they insist we're just not good enough.
What is the perfect family government? You tell me. Mr. Gold, David
But
Cameron.
we know better. Just look them in the eyes and say,
It's about
gonna do it anyway. Gonna do it anyway.
Love it, man. Play this song.
Gonna do it anyway.
All child demonstrations. Big shout going out to Britain first. I'm going to say it. Backing them children up. Anyone that backs your children up, stop my heart, man. I don't care. I'll say how it is. I'm the people's voice, mate. I can prove local government perjured themselves and their kids. It's mine. Got caught doing so. I'm a big loud voice for you people, especially our work for forced adoption. Love you all. See you all Sunday, 9 o'clock, Facebook Live. Share this. Let's share this. See you all soon. Hashtag SCOUSE MEGAPHONE.